transmitting from our secret underground base on the dark side of the moon. We are the Nerd Syndicate.
Welcome to the Nerd Syndicate! Yay! So we have a huge full studio today. It's pretty amazing. Tiny is out because he has medical school. He's gonna save people's lives. He's got fighting at Team Quest, punching people with.
Let's be honest. He's at Hogwarts right now.
Yeah, he's at Hogwarts.
He's
learning how to
be a wizard.
He is. Yeah, he got put in Hufflepuff though. Yeah.
He got Hufflepuff.
I'm amazed he made it through
went
the
to
admissions
Hufflepuff.
process.
Yeah. Sorting Hat was like, no Hufflepuff.
Just shoot yourself at that point.
So today we have, as usual, it's been a really long time, actually. I don't even know who you are over there, lady. But we have Jay over here on my left for all those not viewing from the inside the studio audience.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then we got Matt over in front of me, and then...
Hello, Internet.
And Ryan...
Hello, everybody.
As he wanted me to say, his name is Ryan Seacrest in Portland.
Yes.
Which, has, even though we're on a secret underground base on the dark side of the moon, Portland, we frequent that place. Portland, Oregon, not Portland, Maine.
We have a beacon tower over there.
You must get really bad latency when you have guests. Like, you're talking to them and you have to wait, 2 days for the signal
So it's
to
not
come
2
back.
days. You know nothing about light to the moon.
Isn't it 12 hours?
No, it's far less than that.
Yeah, it's like, what, 2? I don't know.
It's like,
2 hours?
It's like
No,
a
I'm
couple
just kidding.
minutes.
No, it's just a couple minutes.
Some science nerd is going to jump on the internet and be pissed at me.
Are we
It's gonna
talking
totally
about
melt in our
the
ass on
speed
this.
of light?
All right,
to
no,
the moon? It's the speed of
This
sound.
qualifies for
to
the
moon.
first clickety-clack of the day.
Yeah. Someone's going to...
Moving on.
And then we have Bree, of course.
I'm always here.
Yeah. She never leaves the studio.
No.
Yeah,
I
she's
live
so-
here.
here.
I'm chained to the
There's
to
a
the
cot
desk.
against the wall.
Yeah, she is.
I
She's
pee in a
chained.
bucket.
She pees in a bucket. She's chained against the wall.
I
So
saw
for
someone put hands on her the other day.
that was
Oh,
me.
yeah.
So
Put
for those
hands.
who haven't heard from us in a while, we apologize. Skyrim. That's really what it came to. Skyrim
Yeah.
came out, and I haven't seen Bree. Like, she came out, she had a beard. I didn't know she could have a beard, but she had one.
Oh, wow.
She was in a hole in the ground. It was weird. So she's played that much Skyrim that she disappeared for months.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My excuse is Tor, though. So much Tor.
What is Tor?
It is the Knights of the Old Republic.
Thank you for
I bought the
telling
collector's
everybody.
edition. So let me tell you
Before we
about
go
Tor.
too deep into that real quick, how long do you think it is to the moon for a radio wave?
For radio wave. I'm thinking like
I didn't realize that radio waves travel at the speed of light. For some reason, I thought it was slower.
Yeah, no, it's
Then
speed
it's
of
like
light.
3
I'm
seconds.
assuming no, it's not 3 seconds. I'm assuming it's like at least it's got to be 3 seconds.
It's 1 to 1.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Moon's only 200.
Because speed of light goes to the Earth to the sun, or from the sun to the Earth in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
The
So
speed of light is 128,000. What is it?
You are
miles per
so
second.
off. 186,000.
186,000 on the worst.
And the
That's
moon's
right.
230,000 away.
Yeah. So it's
now that we
pretty-
got our astrology podcast out of the way.
thank God.
Astrology. I'm a
Astrology,
Sagittarius.
yes.
Yeah.
I want to see
Astronomy.
if anybody caught up
Yeah.
on
I'm a
that.
Sagittarius. What can you tell me about my day?
I'm a Cancer. I know I'm filled with emotion and cry a lot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm a Capricorn. We are
What do you guys-
enemies.
Like that.
So the Old Republic and your massive platinum box.
Yeah, I know. I bought that. I spent $120 on and it's up there on the shelf if everyone can see. It's up there. I bought the $120 collector's edition because I'm that big of a Star Wars nerd that I'm like, I'm gonna buy this because it comes with collectibles like an action figure or like
It's a statue.
a statue, which is pretty cool. You got to admit, it's
a
neat. It's
statuette.
neat looking.
Yeah.
So
$120 neat looking.
This is
No.
the hot new game that everyone's talking about.
It's
the Star Wars game.
one of the hot new games. Yes.
So is this an MMO?
Yeah, it's an MMO. And the thing is, like, I have it and I've played it, and the thing is, like, I'm playing it because I've spent $120 on it.
Well, yeah. You
if
have
if
to.
I spent $60, I'd be like a month, all right.
It's
But
like recursive logic. Like you're not playing it to enjoy it. You're
I'm
playing
now
it
playing
because
it to
you're
pay for
invested.
what pay for the investment I put into it.
It's like
and
work at this point.
I went and I bought the 3-month subscription because I didn't want to, just play for a month. I figured, why not just pay for 3? And I've probably played for like maybe 12 hours. It's a lot like WoW, and I just couldn't get in WoW. Did any of you guys play WoW?
I'm a
played-
WoW addict.
I played WoW for
I had to
6
stop.
years.
So Ryan and Matt. Okay.
Yeah.
Played the beta, realized I was like, this is something I should not get into, and
Yeah.
just stepped away.
So I also had this.
But I got my
$120
taste back in like the mud text-based game, so I put all my time in back then.
Represent.
I had this $120 set pre-ordered, and I got into early access. I played that game for 20 minutes,
And yeah, and you decided not to.
canceled my pre-order.
Yeah, and that's like we talked about this beforehand. We were actually seriously talking about like should we just cancel our thing? And I'm like, well, I really like Star Wars.
And you spent $120.
Anyways, yeah, and the thing is though, I was smart. Like I pre-ordered it maybe a year and a half before it came out, and I was doing this thing where like every month or so I'd put $20 out. So by the time that I decided that I really didn't want it, I had it already paid off pretty much, and I was like, well, fuck. I could get all my money back, or I could just pay for it and just have this really cool collectible thing that that 100 other Star Wars nerds, probably thousands of Star Wars nerds have. So, it's not a bad game. It's for an MMO, especially if you come from WoW and you're like, I like space and sci-fi and Star Wars, then it's a great game. My favorite MMO was Galaxies, and that's because, and I said it on the podcast before, Galaxies was amazing because you had 36 professions. Like, from WoW, if you pick a profession, you pick your thing, this is who I'm going to be. I'm going to be a knight, and you're stuck. And if you want to quit your job, you have to kill your character and be reborn. It's called re-rolling. But what essentially you're doing is murdering your own character and being reborn. Whereas, which sucks because you put all this time and effort, you're like, I really like how this guy looks. He looks rad, and then you go and you kill him off, and then you have to start from scratch again. Whereas Galaxies was amazing because you got to be the same person. You just got to quit your job. You're like, oh, I'm really tired of being an armor smith. I don't want to make armor anymore. But what I'd really like to do is go train people how to use creatures and have creatures. So I'm just going to quit my job and start this new one and start training to become a master at creature handling, which I always thought was the best way to do an MMO, because then you're never having to do any of that re-rolling shit.
And did anyone play EVE Online?
I played EVE Online, yeah.
Because a lot of people were liking the skill structures and how you just set your character up to learn something and then leave for
you could
4
go.
days.
And that's the other thing that Galaxies had going for it. You can write, they had an in-game macro program. Like, you could write your own macros in the game. So if I was crafting something, I could sit there, write out this macro, and let it do that. Or
and that's legal?
Yeah, it's perfectly legal. That's part of the game. It's an actual built-in part of the game. They have macro editor inside
to make
the game.
apple pies over and over and over.
Pretty much make apple pies until the end of the world, and then you gain your levels and stuff.
There are worse ways to dedicate your life.
That's true. And so you could leave and come back. Like what I like to do, if anyone likes playing Galaxies or would like to play Galaxies, a group of people who loved it after Sony fucked it all up when WoW came out, they're like, oh, let's make it look like WoW, and they took all 36 professions, made them 6. If you want to check it out, there's this group of people who reverse engineered Sony's original code for the server, and it's called the Star Wars Galaxy EMU, or swgemu.org. You could go make an account, and it's free. They don't charge anything.
Well, they couldn't. They'd get sued.
They would get sued. Well, technically not anymore. Well, they probably get sued for the intellectual property rights of Star Wars, but
Right.
they went and they originally took all the code and was using it, but Sony's code was so bitchy that they started from scratch and rewrote all the source code from scratch. So now it's its own thing. But for free, you could go and play it, and it's still in beta because some things aren't in, but it's pretty playable right now. And a lot of times I still do it, and I go and I'll just drop my guy out and just be like, oh, go resource for shit. And he'll do that for a week and then come back and I'll sell it all for millions of dollars. So, yeah, I mean, Tor, God bless that game. Okay, so Ryan, what turned you off about Tor when you played the weekend demo?
It was WoW.
I know.
And I stopped playing WoW because WoW was becoming too much of a Skinner box type game. You were playing the game, there was no end, you weren't really achieving anything. And I played the game for 20 minutes like, this is going to go down the same route.
Yeah.
I don't see this game being any fun after about 20 minutes.
And that's what it's like. Like, I picked, I'm on 2 servers. I'm a bounty hunter on one because my friend's dark side, which is much more fun to be a bounty hunter. And then my other friends were like, we're light side. So I was like, all right, I'll be a Jedi. And I went and I got to level 10 and I left the intro area and I was like, yay, I'm out. And then it's like, what do you want to be? A Jedi defender or a Jedi motherfucker who runs around with 2 lightsabers slapping people in the face? And I'm like, well, I like that one. But they're like, but the Jedi defender's a tank. And I'm like, well, tanks are always useful for guilds. And I was like, well, I'll pick the tank because tanks can walk up to people and be slapped in the face a bunch and then stab the person and they're dead. That's essentially how a tank's is supposed to work. So I picked tank. And I'd go up to people and they'd be like, hey, you're a tank. Stab, you're dead. Look at that, you died. And I'm like, well, fuck, now I'm stuck as this guy. I was like, I'm stuck as the guy who's getting his ass kicked, who's apparently a quote-unquote tank. And so I had to re-roll, and that really depressed me. And so now I finally just got my lightsaber again, finally got out of the intro area.
So how long does it take to get out of the intro?
Oh, you could just leave. Like, Bree played the beta, and I was playing the beta, like, doing all the quests and stuff, and I'm like, I'm level 10, I'm leaving. Bree was like, oh, I could leave? I'm just going to go. I'm just going to peace out, guys. Fuck you guys. I'm leaving. And she was like
so
a
she's
level 1 or
Yeah.
like a level 1 or 2 out in the world where everybody else is level 10.
How long did you survive as a level 1?
She
out
left
in the
at
world?
that point. She was like, is this it? This is bullshit.
I got bored after like the first 2 hours playing the game.
Had to go beat some space rats for a while. And
I was just like,
Wow.
I don't like this, and I didn't like the character creator, and there's just a bunch of stuff I didn't
Bree's
like.
all about good character creators. If you have a character creator, and I realized I'm kind of the same way. If you have 10 people to pick from, 10 faces, 10 hairstyles, 10, sure, there's a lot of possibilities. But if I have 100 faces, or I could customize it down to like, we'll talk about it, I'm sure later. But like Saints Row 3 has an amazing character customization thing.
Saints Row the Third.
Saints Row the
The
Third.
Third.
I apologize.
Wow.
So you know what I mean, though. If it's just the most basic thing, and I look like Steve over there, except the only difference is my hair is different color, or I have
you
a
would
mohawk.
definitely have to change the hair.
Yeah,
Did you guys ever play City Heroes?
City of Heroes. Yeah, but it's the same way though. City of Heroes, their customization thing isn't as expansive.
Dude,
Yeah,
they're expansive. At least when I started playing when it first launched, I never saw the same character twice. It was incredibly detailed.
I remember it being fairly diverse.
Yeah.
Like when I
Okay,
did
maybe
it.
I'm wrong. I can't
played,
remember. Was it?
City of Villains
City of
after
Villains.
playing City of Heroes, and it's like I could make like a bunch of different people and stuff, but I didn't like how laggy the game was when I played it. That's
it was
why
a
I didn't
terrible
play
game. That is, I
Yeah.
mean, the game was bad. It was very boring. There was no end game.
it. Yeah.
But
But it had
customizable.
really
Yeah,
cool
but it was
customization.
cool.
just
You can make
ads.
different characters. So like let's say if you were a comic book, artist, or you wanted to do your own web strip. If you wanted to create like something and you couldn't like really draw it, like you can make it in that game and then be like, "Oh, well this is my, character that I made," because everything was just so
I play
There
because you
was
can
so
get
many
it now on
different
Steam
things.
for free. You know that, right?
Oh
Oh yeah, City Heroes
Yeah.
is free to play.
Yeah, I play it now on Steam. I have a guy who's like Batman. Like that's his whole point. Like he is taught by Batman. He does tricks, and then I have a chick who is taught by the Joker, but she can fly.
I'm sorry. Are you thinking of?
No, you're talking
You're
about
talking
DC Online.
versus,
Is it DC Online?
DC
I
Online.
don't fucking
Yeah,
know.
you're not talking
Okay,
about
so it's
City
DC
of
Online
Heroes.
then.
Is not on Steam.
Then I have
No.
never played City of Heroes, and I rescind my I don't know what I'm talking about. thing.
Actually, for the record, City of Heroes has a better character generator than the other game.
There's the same game.
DC
All right.
Online.
Yeah, I like how it's always
Yeah,
like
the
the game that
DC
will
Online.
not be named.
So pretty much I have no idea what I'm talking about. That's what we
Yeah.
But anyway, I
decided.
think
Well,
Tor-
but that's kind of par for the course
I
for
think
you.
Tor will be out of business in 6 months.
I haven't left. I haven't left the first area. Even in the beta, I didn't leave the area after you level up and you're on that space station thingy. I haven't left that. I don't know what the rest. No, that's right, not right. I'm at Coruscant, and I got to Coruscant, and I was actually really blown away because, of course, Coruscant, as we were talking off the air, is the intergalactic center of Star Wars. Like huge cities. Everybody's seen Star Wars the movies. I'm sure if you haven't, then you probably live like in a cave or a rock. And I don't know how you're getting this podcast.
I wish I could unsee episode 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see it though.
Episode 1's up pretty okay.
Yeah.
So the thing is, though,
He's wrong.
you go to Coruscant, and it's like it in the movie. There's huge buildings, and you actually, when you're on the speeders and it's taking you around, it's huge. Like the city is amazing. Galaxies could never do that because back in 1998 when it was made, or
There wasn't enough
99 or
horsepower
whatever,
for
there was
it,
no there's no power, not force power. There you go. There's not enough power at all for it.
Actual horses
Yeah.
drawing carts.
Force
No,
power.
force power.
Force
You
power.
missed
Force
that.
power.
Yeah.
I like to
horsepower.
slip little things in there, see
Yeah.
if anybody catches
Force
it.
power.
Jay likes to slip things in
That was a
when no one's looking.
joke.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
sneaky.
He's
I'm
sneaky.
That's what I do.
slow.
I'm like the Pepe Le Pew of podcasts.
Yeah. So I mean, it was that was amazing. I have no idea what that meant.
Pepe Le Pew?
of podcasting? Is
He
Pepe?
was like a rapist.
Are you so wait? Yeah. Are you
He's a rapist
overbearing and no one
skunk.
wants to be around you?
He likes
Is
to
that what you're saying?
slip them in.
He uses paint to draw lines on podcasts, and then he chases them around.
And that's where the podcast
Wait a
went.
second. Pepe Le Pew never painted the line on the cat. That was always
always an accident.
Accidental, yeah.
Or some sort of accident. Get your
Mon ami,
Looney
ma
Tunes
chérie.
game right, sir.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm gonna be schooled right
Yeah,
now.
Ryan is the Looney Tunes
He used to do
aficionado.
everything.
Yeah.
because he does trivia.
He does. Which
I do.
Yeah. Yeah, so in regards to Tor, I don't think it's going to I think there's a big enough player base, an obsessed enough player
it'll be
player
around.
base
I don't
want to
think
bring
it'll.
something up here.
that'll be around for a while. Go
Did
ahead.
you read EA's earnings call from last week?
No, because I didn't care.
Okay.
But
Well, they talked about a bunch of their products. They specifically talked about, I have opened up right here. Tor sold 2 million copies across retail and digital. 1.7 are still active. 300,000 people have already dropped out within the first,
Wow.
Wow.
that's terrible, dude.
Yeah. So,
Especially for how long and like how big of a weight
Of a
people
build up
It's
and
just
hype for that. Yeah.
But the thing is, and BioWare should have thought about this. WoW's been around long enough for people to get tired of fucking WoW.
Yeah.
And they need a new game. They need something that's not like WoW. And everybody's trying to mirror WoW because it did so well. That's why Galaxy's failed, is because Sony was like, "Oh, well, we got to mirror WoW now, so let's change the entire game."
But everyone's leaving WoW because they're bored of it.
Yeah.
So why would they play
If
the same
Sony
game?
if Sony stuck it in and wasn't bitches about it, they could have kept Galaxies going the same way and had a bigger player base because people would have come back. A lot of people left WoW when it first came out. They're like, "This is awesome, let's go," and then they'd leave and come back. That's how MMOs always go. I've been playing MMOs since Earth and Beyond. Like, I baited that. That was a million years ago.
have you seen the emails? Have you seen the emails they've been sending out to people who have been quitting?
No, as it say, please come back
Please
and
come
we'll buy
back.
you.
No, you should see this. Here, I'll show you the picture. So they're sending out emails if you quit of your, like, the main companion of your class, saying that they miss you and they need you back and they need you to continue.
My main companion's a fucking droid, so
This is the game.
That's
you're
some pretty
looking
good data
for.
mining action. I like that.
It does no, it does not look at who you've used. It's just a generic one for each class.
Oh, okay. I thought
Vets
it'd be like-
eagerly
like,
awaits
does
your
this,
return.
Like data mines out. It's like actual name. It's like Lily misses you.
No.
I
So
can't
like,
believe you're leaving Lily
I'm looking
behind.
this article right now.
Insert player name here. You've already gone through
Why
a
did
lot
you let
together,
Lily
so
start?
please don't let Vet down. Log into the game and continue your discovery of the galaxy with Sabaham and another hero.
So this is an article specifically
That's
from
sad.
GiantBomb.com. You know Jeff Gerstmann?
No.
He's a very funny man on the internet. So he's been talking about this game. He does not like Star Wars, but he's playing it, just to see.
For science.
For science.
Uh-huh.
And he's been detailing the problems, which are, it's kind of too much like WoW.
Mm-hmm.
It seems incredibly instanced. I've heard that you almost never see anybody because they instance almost everything.
What do you mean?
Instance. Like everything is a dungeon and you're by yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Tons of that.
Tons of that.
I grouped with like a guy once. And then he was a different class. This, of course, was at the intro where we were doing class-specific things. So he's like, let's group together and attack these guys. We killed one guy, and then he went down a cave, and I went down the other cave because I couldn't go down his cave.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like, all right, we're not friends anymore.
This game seems to be taking the second M out of MMO, which is multiplayer.
Yeah.
And they said that was to alleviate server problems, but it seems like the game is...
Honestly, I've never grouped with anyone other than that guy.
So it's
No,
just
that's
a
not right.
It's just a massive online
I grouped
game.
I grouped originally in the beta with Kat so that I could bust her through her levels really quick. So it's kind of like Diablo 2, where you could play it by yourself and be perfectly fine, but you could go online to get your levels faster. Yeah.
No, but so yeah, they sent out this email, and he wrote an article about how he was kind of pissed. It relates back to, there's this old National Lampoon magazine article, buy this magazine or we'll shoot this dog, if you've seen that. And he said EA was basically trying to take this route, and it kind of disgusted him a little bit. And I kind of agree. It's like, you've only been playing the game a month, but your virtual companions depend on your $15.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
luckily in 3 months I'll hear that. Yeah. Because I honestly don't think I'll do it. Like, I think I put in more time when the Star Trek Online game came out.
That's free to play now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, look, Bree, we could play that together
Yay.
now.
I
just
like
couldn't.
Star Trek Online way better than the Tor, by the way.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna say it. I like Star Trek Online more than I like Tor, and I
And
didn't
you,
even like
you
Star
hated
Trek Online.
Star Trek Online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So
I
when-
thought the land instances were terrible.
When these online games go free to play,
Mm-hmm.
do they strip out features that are something going to be charged for? Like, how do they keep making money?
They probably make money off advertising revenue. They probably got that shit going
Well,
on.
having never played Star Trek Online, I have read into this because I was interested. So Star Trek
Well, you're
Online,
Jewish, so when you hear something's free, you get a boner.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I hate Star Trek.
Yeah, that's fine. It's still free. You can still play. It's free.
So Star Trek Online, when you paid for it, when it was before, it was just the game. Now, it's the same game. However, if you play free to play, you can't talk in all chat.
Talking's boring.
Okay.
Keep going.
We can't chat with people. There are some things that you can't buy without money from real world money points.
So they're going the route like Zanga and
League of Legends. And
League of Legends, or
so it's like if you want a new ship, you could grind out. I think it's like who here likes Star Trek?
I will bring an idea.
Platinum.
Something about with a D, dilithium.
Dilithium, yeah.
Dilithium.
You can
dilithium
refine
crystals.
dilithium, and that's like the money.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like you could, if you want, grind that out, never pay a dime, and get the cool ship, or you could pay $20.
See, I like that better. I like
that way better.
Yeah,
Now,
so if there's
you
a
can
chance.
still pay $15 a month, and they also, when the game launched, they had lifetime memberships.
Yeah, my friends got that.
If you had that, you're considered gold. Right now, if you're free to play, you're silver. If you're gold, by either paying monthly or lifetime gold, if you bought the lifetime, every month they give you a stipend of their in-game real money dollar points.
That's pretty cool.
As long as
So,
I
like,
can
every
still
month you
mine
might
my
get
dilithium crystals,
20
I'm good.
Yeah.
Every month you might get $20 of I don't know the company that does it, but you play League of Legends.
I have played League of Legends.
Riot points, the
Yeah.
points that you buy with money.
Yeah, it's like the same
you
thing.
You get here, every month because you bought a lifetime membership. We're gonna give you like $20 in points.
But my
Go
impression
wild.
with League of Legends was that there was stuff that you could not get unless you're paying for it.
Now they did that too. They did like costumes,
Yeah.
sort of like that. No matter what, you got to pay us a couple bucks.
Yeah, so it's not really a free game.
It's nothing that will impact gameplay. It's just
Yeah.
like I want to look badass. All
That's-
right, give me $5.
Well,
looking
this
badass is part
honestly,
of playing
that
video
is something.
games.
This is the way that I've been seeing games go. Nexon is a game. They play a lot of games like MapleStory. They have MapleStory. Combat Arms is a game I play because I love like Counter Strike, and we were looking for other games like Counter Strike when we were having shooting so many people it got boring. And Combat Arms is rad because it's the same way. You could shoot people, and the more people you kill or the better you do, you get in-game points. And you could use those in-game points to buy better weapons or whatever, but it's only limited, like a day, a couple hours, 7 days, whatever. And then you could use real money to get it for like 7 days. They had this one where if you bought it, you could get it for lifetime. I have a lifetime gun because I bought it at a certain time. But like that's the way I think that most MMOs are going to end up having to go, because that's the only way that you're going to have people to keep coming back. Because I can't honestly justify paying $15 a month for Tor, because I'm not that thrilled by it.
And how many $15 a month do you have? Like, I got my Netflix subscription,
I
I got
know.
my WoW, I got my
think-
Tor.
Well, I don't have WoW, but I have my Netflix.
Yeah, but if they're all $15
and I don't
a
make
month,
enough
you gotta
money
pick.
to justify that. And there'll be another game next year. There'll be another MMO.
Yeah,
I say give it a year, maybe two, and almost except for WoW. I think WoW for some reason is this special little snowflake that
it was
people
the
are always
first.
going to pay for. I don't, it's just like it's special. I don't think you're going to see very many, pay per month MMOs in about a year or two. I think that the free to play model has been shown to work in several, like not only MMOs but MOBAs like LOL and other games like Heroes of New Earth does it now. That other than WoW, you got to put that one in the corner. I think
WoW
all
is
MMOs
Nobody puts WoW in the corner.
puts
Sorry, I
WoW
just
in
had
the
to do
corner.
it. I don't care that much.
I've always been
about
kind of curious about games like LoL, the ones that are kind of more microtransaction. I'd love to see like the bell curve on that. Like I'd love to see how many people like maybe see like the one character they buy, or like an individual person like sees like a one character. Like, oh, that's pretty nifty, and they just buy the one thing. But that's what they do like for the whole thing. Like how much like other revenue is just from people just buying one thing versus the obsessive people who buy everything.
I think it's a
Everything,
straight up
I've
addiction.
spent almost
like,
$300 on that game.
yeah,
See,
any
that's,
game
but that's
you,
what I'm wondering is like there's a version of like you, but like there's probably like 10,000 other people who bought like $1 worth.
I'm
Yeah,
guessing
so-
that we have more of people like him that are dropping $300 because once you get into a game, you want to like maximize that
You
game.
get invested, yeah.
Like,
I'm too Jewish to do that though. Like
The
I'll be
thing-
like, can't I do this myself? And
well,
then,
unless there's an option to grind it out.
yeah,
which
and if I could
also
grind
like.
it out, I'll do that, because then I feel like I justified it more. If I have to go and spend, an hour of my actual real world money of working in an actual job
Yeah.
and having to deal with that shit goes to a game, I'm kind of upset. But if I could spend 3 hours of my off time grinding the exact same amount of time and earning that, I feel better about it. Now, granted, the time ratio, I wasted a shitload of fucking time for something I could have done for $15 of working in my
But you were
normal
also
job.
playing the game.
But yeah, I was playing the game, and I feel like I earned it.
So yeah, it's how valuable is your time versus enjoyment? Like, would you rather toil for an hour let's assume that you don't feel you're productive at your job. You hate your job.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Well, that's true.
Would you rather toil for an hour at your job or spend 3 hours playing a game?
Yeah.
I'd rather dig virtual ditches all day long
Then dig real ditches for an
Dig
hour.
real ditches
Yeah.
for an hour.
Yeah.
Now, of course, this is all null and void if you love your job. Then it's just-
Yeah,
don't
then-
have-
then you're fine.
I don't have a job. I have student loans, so it's just nothing but disposable income.
I'm
No,
sorry,
well, there you
have
go.
no
All right,
job
well.
and student loans.
Well, I'm going to college.
You are a student right now.
I
Okay.
am a medical student.
Yeah, so
Thank
you
you
get to
very
play video games like 10 hours a day.
No.
No.
I get to
Medical
play
students have very
Video
little
games,
time.
I'd
Yeah.
say I get to play video game 1 hour every other day if I'm lucky.
This
Oh.
is exactly why Tiny is not here today, because medical students have no time.
It's funny.
So-
that- yeah.
And he's got a real world medical job too, so it's like
What's
it's
he
even
do?
worse. He's working. He's right now he's a
Doctor's
doctor's
assistant.
assistant, and he's working to become, I don't know, the next level up of
So,
doctors.
art
I'm
students also always surprisingly too. Like I always just thought of art students, people just fuck around. But like all the people who I know are at least like decent art students, they are working.
Oh,
all
decent
the
art
goddamn
students,
time.
yes. I went to art
It
school
takes
and-
hours and hours
yeah.
and hours for a
Those
single art
projects,
project.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna move on to Skyrim because Bree has a lot to say about that. Skyrim.
I have a lot to say.
Skyrim.
Well, you've
Okay.
The
spent
name of
like
the little
you've
guy in Ice
literally
Age?
spent October till now playing Skyrim. I had to drag you out from
What's your
underneath your hole you were living in with a TV.
what's your playtime at this point?
My
Like,
plate.
the
I
counter.
have no idea.
You haven't looked.
Oh, we should have checked that.
I didn't even
before.
5 months.
check.
I know we
I'm
should
gonna
have
say it's.
checked.
I'm gonna guess 5 months. I guess.
7 months.
Did
worth
you
of-
kill all
How
the
often is-
dragons?
I
I'm
didn't kill all of them because they keep regenerating.
those
Oh,
fuckers?
nice.
No, but
She seemed kind of low
I
on
thought
her
you were supposed to kill
destruction
all
skill
the
skills. I'm
dragons.
gonna say 50 to 70 hours.
So
give or
is this a
take.
game that does not end? Like it'll just keep
Like
going?
you can
There's
just
an
have
end
it
game.
go forever and ever and ever and ever, but you could finish the main quest.
Yeah,
and
it's
I'm
like
sure
Fallout.
there's
It's like
tons of
Fallout.
little
Like you can
things.
go through and you can follow the main quest.
didn't
and
play
beat it,
Fallout.
or you can say fuck it.
I
and
didn't
just
play
do anything else.
Fallout,
Okay.
no.
The thing about this game though is they built a special like in-game engine to make infinite quests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all sort of like go over here and kill this guy, or like they get kind of redundant, I believe.
I mean, like, yeah, there's only so many times where you can go find a staff or a key or.
Well,
But you could
I was
literally
making
play
the
this game forever.
I like.
I was
that.
making
Yeah.
the joke earlier because Bree was doing this quest, and when she went to go finish the quest, she had to drop off some staff to this dude, then pick up an amulet, and then turn around, and the guy who needed the amulet
Is right
was
there.
right there. And I was like, and I was making the joke of Bree coming up and being like, I need this thing, and I'd be like, well, Jay stole my fucking watch, and Jay's right next to me, so get it from Jay. And then she
Oh,
goes to
right.
Jay, and Jay's like, go to the cave of infinite despair and get me the sword that I totally left there. I totally didn't mean to do it, but I was infinitely despaired at the time. So bring that back to me, and then I'll give the watch to Rob.
So this is what happens when friends fight. Like,
Yeah.
they won't talk to each
Yeah,
other.
they won't talk to-
but they'll talk to some random
yeah,
adventure.
that's what back in the world of Skyrim, instead of just playing the intermediary and saying, well, Jay's really pissed at you. You have to go on a quest and find a sword.
Yeah,
in
they've
the-
all lost the ability to talk to each other.
Yeah, and so then she gets the watch from Jay, turns around and gives it to me.
Yeah, I can totally follow that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then mission complete. Good job.
Oh, yeah.
So Ryan didn't like Skyrim.
No,
So
He's restraining himself.
Why?
I don't like Elder Scroll games.
So is it just a preference against Elder Scroll games? So
Well,
if
I don't like RPGs. I'm not a big fantasy guy. And the first time someone ever tried to get me to play Morrowind, it was some. Is there swearing allowed?
yeah.
Yes.
Some dumb bitch at a GameStop who told me that the game was just like Zelda.
So you asked, so you asked
like
if there was
Zelda.
swearing.
Which Zelda
And
did
you
they
said
refer it
bitch?
to?
That's a swear word.
Was she
Well,
cute?
barely.
But hey, I want
That's
to make
usually-
sure. I didn't know if this
Female
is
dog.
That's
friendly,
No, we're-
factor, I
family
have to
friendly.
say.
We're not
Look, I'm trying to
PC at
keep.
all.
I want to make sure. It's all about
Okay,
knowing where
so
you're going.
if it was like sci-fi and they were shooting lasers,
No,
you would
because
like
I
the
didn't like
game?
Fallout either. As much as I love post-apocalyptic and the 50s, those are like two things I love. It's too big. I don't like. It's too big.
So you don't like the whole sandbox world where it's like you could do whatever you want and go off.
I loved Saints Row.
Okay,
That game-
well, there you go.
There's a difference though. Like
Yeah.
Saints Row is like, all right, here's a city.
And,
Go have fun.
Yeah, you're in,
But
within
then
that.
Skyrim is like, here's a world, go, and it's just like that's not for me. It's too much. I played Fallout 3, and literally I spent 3 hours clearing out a house to get a bobblehead, and realized this had nothing to do with anything. If I play this game, I'm going to die. It's just
He's
too
got
much.
OCD, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You just have to do everything.
Yeah, in games I like to 100%
Yeah.
them. You can't 100% Skyrim.
Well, good. I like it even more now.
That's
Yeah.
a good thing to some people,
So
because
what-
they get their money's worth.
I'm not saying Skyrim's a bad game. It's just not for me.
Well, the first time I played it, I didn't like the first person, like the games where you just see your hands and that's it. I like to be able to be zoomed out and see the character, but I found out you can do that in Skyrim.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I suddenly like this game.
Yeah,
This
you
is-
could do that.
You
in
could do that in
Oblivion
Fallout as
and
well.
Morrowind
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Fallout. Yeah.
I'm usually the
I'll play
opposite, but
Fallout.
then I usually play on PC, and I like with the tactile mouse head link.
Yeah.
Like I prefer first person.
See, I play
much more
Skyrim
immersed.
on the PC. I played Fallout, all the Fallouts
Yeah.
on the PC. Bree she loves her Xbox and playing it on the Xbox. Me, I like because I watch her play and she's using VATS all the time and playing Fallout. For the people who don't know Fallout, VATS is this really cool thing that they have in the game. So if you need to shoot something, you do this VATS thing where it goes into this view where
I mean, you don't need to use
targeting
it.
It's a
system.
targeting system.
there you go.
Yeah.
So you go in. You don't need to,
It's a
but
special
it's
thing you
helpful
could do.
because
It's helpful,
with controllers, you know how I love first-person shooters, but give me a controller and I'm a special needs first-person controller.
Yeah, so I don't like
Really?
first-person shooters.
Yeah, I'm terrible
Oh,
at-
yeah.
with the controller. But you
Yeah.
give me a mouse and a keyboard, I will rip faces off
Yeah,
with my
I'm
gun.
right. I'm right there. Oh, you
Yeah.
you talked about that on a previous podcast.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
really like the mouse.
And now that I can hook up my keyboard and mouse to an Xbox, I'll destroy faces. And the fact that Counter-Strike Go, Global Opposition, is coming out and it's going to be able to play Xbox players and PC players, I'm going to destroy faces.
Yeah, no, they already proved that. Like when Shadowrun came out,
Yeah.
and it was able to be played by PC people against Xbox people. The PC people just destroy.
You
the
have
Xbox
that
people.
extra. It's
I
that.
never got that. I don't like playing with the keyboard and mouse. I play with a controller. We were playing Section 8 the other day, and you guys were all playing on the keyboard
I wasn't
and mouse.
playing that.
You were playing
Yeah,
that?
I was.
And that's why you lost.
No, I was
and I got
good.
first.
I lost because it was 1-on-7. But
I would love to do
Everyone
that though.
dropped
I would
out.
love to sit down and have equal teams, have like 5-5 or whatever against each other with console players and keyboard players.
Well,
When-
And let's
when-
assume they're all good. Yeah, let's assume
Yeah.
they both like are.
Yeah,
maybe
it's
not
not
top
like
of their game pro, but
it's not
pretty
like
good.
Jimmy who
They
just
know
is
the
like
game.
I
They
would
know
like
how
to play it for
play
the
it.
first
Yeah.
time. But yeah, they actually are good with it. I would love to see how that goes out
Jimmy.
because
Jimmy's a
Jimmy's
dick.
not really good
Hate Jimmy.
at consoles or
Very
anything.
good.
so in Skyrim,
Jimmy,
He
I
never
apologize.
applies himself.
I really wanted to play an archer because I just love shooting stuff from a distance, but I couldn't target and hit anything on a console.
Yes, that's the same problem I have.
So this thing's running at me and I'm trying to fire an arrow. I'm like, what?
Arrows really are secondary. There's a huge online meme. That's what I think it's called.
Don't say
Meme.
it.
The arrow in the
Meme.
Don't say
No,
it.
not that. No, I'm not
Oh,
gonna say
okay.
arrow in the knee because that's just silly.
You just did.
Oh my god, I fell for my own
It's a
trick.
magic word.
No, I'm talking about like
I have to go. I
the
can't be
reaction,
here.
the arrow in reaction thing. Like you
Like
will
you
shoot
shoot somebody
someone
in
in the
the-
fucking head with an arrow
In the eye.
and they have an arrow sticking out of their goddamn head, and they turn around, and they're like, "What's that? What happened? Is there someone back there?" Like clearly, there's a fucking arrow in your head. How are you not dead? How are you not on the ground? Like there's a fucking arrow in my head.
I like that you can pick people's pockets and like take their shield and they
Yeah,
just don't
and that's
notice.
fine. But bows and arrows are completely like secondary.
Well, I was thinking that if I had a mouse and I could actually fire fast enough, it'd be cool.
No.
because you can hit people from a
No, I've tried
huge
it, and
distance.
it's just honestly, you're just waiting for them to run up with you with like 8 arrows in them, and then you finally stab them, and they're dead. It's really like Fallout's way better for distance things because you could shoot them with a gun and
Sniper.
And as I was saying with VATS, it goes into this weird mode where you could analyze the shots, and depending on how they're sitting with you, certain body parts will have a higher percentage of doing damage.
That's an
to
homage
them.
back to Fallout 2 because
Yeah.
of the turn-based strategy that's there. Like when I saw VATS, I was like, "This is the perfect." Because I was so upset when I found out that they were making Fallout into a first-person shooter. I'm like, "This is retarded." But then when they added VATS, I'm like, it like brought those aspects of. I thought it was really creative. I really like.
And they don't have, of course, that in Skyrim. So bows and arrows are really, really secondary.
Yeah.
Do
I don't use any weapons. I use my hands.
you? Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
The
I
other thing
started
is
doing that.
magic.
Playing the punchy cat.
No,
Oh,
magic.
no,
Punchy
no.
I miss
cat?
Punchy Cat. Oh, in Morrowind.
You
In
get to fry
Morrowind, you
people.
could base.
Yeah, I have
that's
flames
Skyrim
and
thing.
frost.
So
that's
I
it?
went from
Okay.
bows and arrows, which were not effective at all, to like shooting lightning bolts out of my
Yeah,
fucking hands. I'm like,
dual-wielding
wow,
magic
that's how
is
you
the
play the
most
game.
Yeah,
amazing
it's literally
thing
you
ever.
play. I'm not usually like in Morrowind and Oblivion. I was never really a magic person. I was go slash and hack. Like I'd run up to the people,
I
like,
was
"Hey guys,
always
I'm
a
gonna cut
magic
your face off
person.
now."
Yeah.
But in Oblivion, I found myself, and it's mainly the way that the controlling is done. It is so much easier to just be like, "I'm gonna shoot your fucking face with lightning," and while I'm at it, here's some fire.
Yeah.
You know, twice.
Just
take all that.
flamethrower.
Yeah, and it's really easy to do that, and that's why it's a lot. I've noticed that I tend to use magic far more
In
than-
Skyrim,
in Skyrim.
And
than
so
I do
back
There's
to
no
the
dual wielding
back to
in
the
Oblivion.
skills we were talking about with Tor is you can specialize in magic
You could do anything you
and
want
armor
in that game.
and blacksmithing. You get a perk point every time you level up,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't stop you from leveling everything. You're leveling your lockpicking every time you use lockpicking. You're leveling your armoring every time you do that.
Is there? That's one thing I never knew about Skyrim. Is there a level cap in Skyrim? Like, so is there like, if you put in could you eventually perk everything or?
Well, you only get one perk per level.
Right,
so
but if there's unlimited levels, I mean, eventually you can perk everything.
Are there only
right?
50 levels?
Yeah. See, so I think
I have no idea.
I think you max it out, so you
think-
can't perk everything.
I think
so
that's
So
something
you
I'm
can't
getting
perk
knowledge
everything,
from my
but you
brain.
could get maximum skill in all of
So
your
I go into
skills.
Google and I type
maximum
max
skill.
levels, and the next thing that comes up in Google is in Skyrim. So apparently that's a question asked
So that's
a
a
lot.
pretty common relation.
Because
Um,
everyone wants those perks. Because there's some nice perks in there.
Yeah,
The
so
maximum level is 81.
81 in Skyrim?
Yeah, in Skyrim.
So yeah, I put in about 10.
I'd like to note 50 is closer to 81 than infinity, so I'm going to take credit for that.
I didn't even go there.
Yeah,
I think I hit level 7 in Skyrim.
So yeah, so I put in about 10 hours into Skyrim, and like basically I ended up putting in about 2 hours at the beginning. I had the same sort of like I always get into decision paralysis about what I want my guy
Yeah,
to do.
because you want to know what the end is. Like, can I be a badass archer?
Yeah, like I don't want to pick Archer and have it just be fucking retarded.
Can you be
Yeah.
Sterling Archer? I would play
that,
that,
would-
game.
that would be
I
pretty
play
awesome.
that game.
Sterling Archer in medieval times, that would be
Hell yeah.
some awesome shit right there.
So yeah,
Okay.
But
So I just want to. I'm reading the wiki as I'm doing this. What it says is level increases in Skyrim follows a formula detailed in the gaming blah 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 section. The maximum level is 81 and is reached by increasing all skills to 100. So literally, you go Super Saiyan 9000 and you're good.
So there's the skills, but then there's also the perks, is I think what.
yeah,
right.
You can't perk everything out, can you?
I have no idea.
The
I didn't
little
read that part.
constellations.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, how
You
many,
know what's funny
how
is
many
I've been
constellations
I-
are
So
there?
you can't build somebody
Let's
who's
not-
good at
I'm so
everything
bad
like you
at-
could
at-
That's
tomorrow.
Bree. She's
Yeah.
played like a trillion hours.
I'm
in
so
this game.
bad at my perking that I always forget to do it.
What are we asking me?
About your perks.
I
Is
was
it possible?
texting Megan.
Is it
for
possible
Can
to
you
perk
get all
everything?
perks? Or is
Can
there...
I get all perks? Yeah, if I wanted to.
She's so
Is there-
perfect.
I could-
there's
I
only-
like how she
is
says
there
it like,
only
yeah, if I
81
want.
perks throughout the whole game?
The what?
The perk.
The little constellations where you put in the points and it's like the stars.
Uh huh.
If you can only hit 81,
Okay,
are
someone
there
Google
more or
how
less
many-
than 81
how many stars
constellation
How many
there?
perks are there?
How many perks are there? Because we know
Adding.
there's 81 levels, and you get one per level.
Do you get one per level?
You get one per level.
You get one per level.
So
Unless-
then there's
unless
a
you
way
start
I
to
don't know
do
if there's any
81.
items that give them to you.
There are a total of 251
Yeah.
perk points.
Okay, so there
Oh.
you go.
So
So
you must get
Only
more
80
So
of
it's-
them can be unlocked. Bree, start planning.
So
So that's kind of why I got into decision paralysis about it, because like Morrowind or Oblivion, like every character becomes basically the exact same by the end of the game. You can get good at everything.
Yeah.
But in
Which I like.
Skyrim, yeah, like I didn't want to. I always got stuck in like trying to decide what I wanted to do because I wanted. to
That's
get
the
on right
reason
path.
I've never used. I literally have probably like a handful of perk points that I haven't used because I'm like, what do I want to do
Yeah,
with these
and I
perk
played.
points?
I played for like about 2 hours. Kind of got out there. I'm like, no, I don't like this guy. And I re-rolled. And I'm like, oh, I don't like that guy. And I re-rolled. And then eventually I just stopped. I stopped playing, and then a little while, and then I just waited. And then I had it on PC, and I had just built a new rig. So what I did is I went out and I installed like the 80 mods that are out there. They're like up the textures, up the graphics, replace the menu with a more PC style inventory system, which was huge. That was so much better because I hated the inventory. It's
Yeah.
so consolitis seed. That
Did
they
you get the
fixed
better
that.
looking people?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I also did the one that was most useful because I finally ended up deciding on going with the mage was there was one that you could bind spells to hotkeys.
Oh, that would be
So
nice.
because every time I would want to use a different spell, I'd have to pause, go to the menu, take this, swap it over. Even when they're in the favorites, it's fucking annoying.
So even
I
on
wanted
the
to be like
PC,
yeah, on the PC I'd be like F1 cast my shield and F2 to my like fire or water combo or whatever.
Have you
So that
downloaded
really helped
the
a lot.
big booty mod?
No, I
So
haven't.
you can have your girls with the clean faces and the big booties.
Yeah.
I want to do the
But it is
every damn
fucking-
shuffling mod. I want
Yeah.
everybody to shuffle all day long.
So that's not built into the game.
I have no
No.
idea.
Yeah, but I just built a new hard.
That's
seen that.
not built into the game.
Well, I the way the YouTube video is, it
Yeah.
makes it seem like anytime you play music on your computer, the characters start dancing.
As a
That's
connoisseur of
that's a mod.
LMFAO songs, I was very excited by that.
That's
video.
good stuff. That's
Yeah.
really good
But yeah, I
stuff.
mean, it was
Entire
fucking
discography.
gorgeous after installing all those mods, and then I played it for about 2 more hours, and it's one of those games where I just didn't get over the hump. Like, if I would have gotten to a point where I got invested, I probably would have played it for another 80 hours. But
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
if-
like, I don't want to invest the time.
If you
in
get
this.
invested,
I got other
then
stuff I want
you
to do.
can't re-roll. I mean, once you
Bree?
put 100 games
No,
in
I
it,
just
you
mean the
don't
game
wanna
in
start
general.
over.
I just like this game is not worth it. It's too
So,
much work. It felt
the
more
only
like
people
work
who've been
than play.
talking about Skyrim are the people who aren't playing Skyrim.
Yeah.
I feel like
No,
since you
I
Because
played
everybody's
Skyrim.
talking about like all the technical stuff about it, and I'm like, I'm just
What's
fucking
your
playing
take?
it.
What's
and that's
your
why
due
that's
date?
why like you and Megan probably enjoy it the most. Is you just get lost in the world. And you just go off and
that's
just do
what
shit,
I
stuff
love.
happens.
I love sandbox games and just adventuring and finding stuff and stealing shit. And
Are you the leader of the
Loot
Thieves
body.
Guild?
No, I haven't done any of the Thieves Guild stuff
Are you
yet.
the
I'm not
leader of
even in
the Dark Brotherhood?
I'm not even in
So
that
what-
yet
okay,
because I'm
so-
so busy doing other
Are you in
things.
any
'cause the
groups?
games-
So what have you done so far, and what are your plans in Skyrim, Bree?
What are my plans?
What have you done? and what are your
What's your
plans?
Skyrim life goals?
Yeah.
What is your
Tell us-
What's your
tell us-
5-year
over
plan?
Skyrim?
What's your
Tell-
5-year plan
Tell us,
for
tell us
Skyrim?
about your Skyrim character.
your personal Skyrim?
My Skyrim character.
Yeah.
I'm not a part
Tell
of
us
any
about
of the
your
factions. I'm not a part of the Imperials or the Stormcloaks. Because I don't want to have to be, scared to walk into a certain town. Like
Yeah, I
with
felt the same way.
Fallout 3, I was
Take
like
a fucking
afraid to.
stand, woman.
I was afraid
like
to be
the
a part
fence
of
is
anything
nice.
because then I would get people attacking.
Honestly,
me
I
all
play
the time.
neutral players in most of my characters.
Yeah.
I kill everything.
I like being a neutral character. In Galaxies, when I was playing Galaxies, you could be neutral, and that was great because then I could interact with people who are Imperial, interact with people who
Yeah.
are Rebel. And I had friends who would be like, I'm Rebel only. And then they couldn't hang out with
can't
my
experience
I'm
the game.
Imperial only friends. And so
Yeah.
I was like the middleman. I'm like, hey, man, will you give Jay the suit of armor? I can't talk to him. Otherwise, we'll kill each other accidentally. So, yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Have you finished the main storyline?
No.
Have you
I
finished
never
any storyline?
tried finishing the main storyline when I first do a game because I don't want to.
I
I'm
always do
afraid
that-
of it just ending my game and me having to start all over again.
Oh.
I remember that in Oblivion. Like, Patrick Stewart's like, you must go to this place. Like, Patrick Stewart's fucking me, telling me to do it. I then proceed to spend the next 100 hours doing everything but that.
Yeah.
Like, beat all the guilds, beat everything, and then finally, like, 90 hours into the game, like, okay, maybe I'll start doing the main quest now.
Yeah.
I have been told that doing the main quest, when you complete the main quest, the game continues and it actually makes the rest of the game easier.
Does it?
Like you get
Well,
stuff.
Yeah,
Oh.
I heard the story was much better in Skyrim, too. I heard
that when you complete the main quest, they give you ice cream.
Really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and ponies.
You hear a lot, don't you?
Nice.
I do.
Don't say that.
It's insider information. They say unicorns.
The unicorn mod is
Mhm.
insane.
Yeah. They give you ice cream, ponies, and a unicorn.
There's no unicorns in Skyrim. This was a question I asked at the last video game quiz show. The only
Pardon me,
unicorn
are there any
in-
unicorns in your game?
The
'Cause I
only
really like
unicorn
unicorns.
in all of Tamriel was in Cyrodiil. So, there you
I
go.
remember that question.
Yeah, I asked that.
At least till I modded the game, and now there's unicorns
There you
everywhere,
go.
so fuck you.
They're fucking
This is
everywhere. In my fucking
Undead
soup.
Nightmare.
They're fucking unicorn dragons.
They're in my soup. They're all in my face.
Look behind me, I'm shitting rainbows right now.
Mm-hmm. So, do you have anything to say else about Skyrim, Bree? Do you say everything you need to say?
Did you download the Big Booties mod?
No,
Well,
because I'm
she
playing
plays
it
on
on the
Xbox.
console.
Oh,
yeah.
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 Yeah. Is any
Well-
DLC out for it yet?
I don't know. Well, that would be a good reason to get for the console.
No.
Yeah.
If there's,
I don't
well,
think
yeah.
there is.
There's
So
not-
Bree-
hope.
not yet.
Just
Well,
crush my
that's a
dreams.
good
right
reason
now.
to get-
Not yet. They're making it, but there's not.
Well, that's a good reason to get it on PC, because like the fan made shit for
Yeah,
like
right.
Oblivion and Morrowind was insane. Like I went back and like fired some of that stuff up, and there were people who added hundreds of hours of content,
my-
good content.
My sister's
Nice.
husband is always talking to me about the the PC add-ons for mods for like Fallout and shit. He's like, "Do you have you done this?" I'm like, "What? No, this is a thing you could do. All this,
Yeah,
this
one-
is
yeah,
crazy."
I didn't
One of
know
my
that was
favorite was
possible.
the shot in Fallout. Yeah, I mod all kinds of things. Like, I had this one that was a shotgun that shot a spread of nuclear bombs, and so you would like shoot it. You like stand up on a mountain, you'd shoot it, and then these 50 nuclear bombs would go out, and all of a sudden the game will just slow down to like 2 FPS as all the bombs go off.
So what's the point of that? That's like
I
pulling
have-
up a notepad window and saying, "I just won a game."
I had one that.
BFG times 9,000.
Well, the first one I got was it was a minigun, so like it would just unload like all,
Jesus Christ,
it would just light up the skyline. It was just hilarious.
that's just unfair.
Okay, we've scrimmed it out.
Speaking
Yeah.
of miniguns, who here has played Saints Row the Third?
I want to.
Oh my gosh, it's the best game of 2000.
So,
I've
they-
watched it being played.
Everybody
at
keeps
Carmine
saying
and
that for
Megan's.
some reason. Yeah,
have
like,
you
I
ever
just
played
can't-
any of the other Saints Row games?
I have not.
Saints Row and Saints Row 2. Saints Row itself was basically just Grand Theft Auto the ripoff. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was
Nothing wrong with that.
uninspired. It was not very good.
And maybe that's
Saints
why I
Row
think- So is it a different? Sorry to interrupt, but is it a different dev team that did
No,
this
this is
one
all
versus the
Volition.
others? Okay.
Volition, which with THQ. So Saints Row 2 got a little crazy, but no one really liked it. Saints Row Third is like if a team was making a game and then just said fuck it, but then it worked out right.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Like it's like playing Grand Theft Auto, except the whole point is doing what everybody normally does. Like in Grand Theft Auto, it's like, hey man, go do this mission and go pick up this guy Jimmy. He needs to go over to fucking John's house.
And then you decide Jimmy must die.
Yeah,
when
and
you get there.
instead of doing that, you go, I'm gonna go get a prostitute and murder the shit out of her. That's what Saints Row the Third is.
It's unabashed.
So
That's like your point is to go murder
not
those
a
prostitutes.
Saints Row
Right.
the Third is much like any other game. Is you're a gang leader. But the thing is that after the last two games, the Third Street Saints, who are the gang, have become so famous for being bad guys that they've pretty much sold out. They have their own energy drink. They have their own reality television show. The beginning of the game is them robbing a bank for their reality television show. And they start robbing from the wrong people, like actual legitimate hardcore criminals. And they're like, all right, you need to step the fuck off. And it's they called the Syndicate. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, because we're the nerd
yeah.
syndicate.
That's just like a normal. They're mostly Eastern
We're
European.
mob.
The Syndicate.
We're the
is
nerd
this,
mob.
See what you
Is
did
this
there.
Don't cross us.
this big criminal conglomeration that based out of Steelport, which is the new city, and it's based out of around three gangs: the Morning Star, which is like the main gang that the Syndicate is built around. They're like Eastern European.
You care a lot about your games. You know
have
all
the
the names.
Deckers, which they're the gang of they're all teenagers from Britain, and they're hackers. They're the best gang. Only second to the third gang, which is the Luchadors, and they're all masked Mexican wrestlers.
I would pick the
Nice.
Luchadors as the best gang.
I like hackers. As much as I like professional wrestling,
You like the
Hackers is
movie Hackers?
Oh, dude, I've seen the movie
20
Hackers 103 times.
I've probably seen it far more than that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, and it's you versus them.
I saw that in the theater.
All these crazy missions. There's side quests where you go on an underground Japanese game show where you're put into a room with people who have been kidnapped and put into mascot costumes, and your goal is to shoot them in the face.
Nice. You have convinced me to play this game.
I have a weapon that is a giant purple dildo on a bat.
Yeah, what's the name of it?
The
The
penetrator?
That's
I
right.
found the secret dildo room. There is a room in a building in Saints Row where everything is dildos.
Yeah, I like how you're all excited.
I'm so excited about dildos.
You just
and
really
it's
want to go
about
find the
unicorns.
developer who put that in. High five him, don't you?
No, it's a really fun game. It's crazy. Right now, you want to talk about character creation. I'm dressed up in Hugh Hefner's robe, boxer shorts with little hearts on them, and a giant fucking Japanese mascot head.
I remember Carmine.
And I
Carmine
rolled-
has the Russian with giant tits. That's
Oh.
like, and then he has the zombie one, the big fucking dude with like cat print face, but he sounds like a zombie.
There's
So
7
no one
voices.
knows what the fuck you're saying because he's like, and they're like, yeah, I totally understand what you're talking about, and he's like, and you're like, I don't fucking.
There's
know
7 different voices to pick for your character. So the entire game, all of like when you're playing and they talk or any cutscenes, there's 7 different voice tracks for the whole game, and the cutscenes change depending on what voice you have. And the game is crazy. It has one of the best moments in all of video game where you are standing on a helicopter over a giant skyscraper where you're going to jump into it without a parachute, then grab a parachute, and you're going to murder everyone and take it over for your own headquarters while Kanye West Power starts. So you're standing, you're looking at it, and it goes, and it's just like, oh, this is fucking badass. This is the best game
Yeah.
ever. I beat that mission, quit, and did it again just for that moment.
I would. Yeah, no, it's a pretty amazing game. I've seen it being played. I don't own it and I need to buy it, but I've
Everyone should
I've
play
watched it. Being
And this
played.
is
Headphones
console
I'm
only?
wearing are from the limited edition. They have built-in auto-tune because one of the characters is a pimp named Zemo who had
Oh, I
his
saw
voice
that.
box removed and replaced with an auto-tuner.
I thought you were joking that they had built-in.
No, they have
auto-tune.
built-in auto-tune right here. It's not plugged in.
I can't
because of
hear
the way
it,
that
yeah.
they did it. No, like when I put it on my iPhone, if I called you and I put it on, my voice would be auto-tuned.
That's rad. That's actually really rad.
So console, Xbox.
Xbox, 360, PS3, and it's on Steam.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool. So we could get it.
Yeah, like Carmine had a copy. Yeah, I got from him.
Nice. Well, before we take a break, I want to just mention one of the games that's going to be coming out soon is Tribes. What's the name of it? Do you know the
Tribes
name?
Ascend.
Ascend.
So
Does
tell us
anyone
about
play
this.
Tribes?
I've seen all the advertisements, but
No.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay. I'm actually surprisingly wearing a Tribes shirt, I just realized.
Oh, yeah.
From playtribes.com, where you can play like Tribes 2 for free.
I thought that was a Skyrim shirt.
Yeah, no, it's I just threw
It
this
could
on
be
this
anything
morning.
really. It
wolf.
looks kind of
Yeah.
like
It looks
a wolf.
like the Solitude.
Yeah, look at the back. What does it say on the back?
Oh, he has a back tat too.
Nothing, because your chair's in the way.
Yeah.
Your mom's in the way.
No.
Yeah. So okay, so
Thank you, Mom.
I love
She
Tribes.
blocked that
I
thing
love
up.
Tribes too. Did you anyone play
Nope.
Tribes 2? Okay, well none of you got. Jay
Yeah.
did.
So Rob and I are going to be the tribes nerds
We
here.
we
Lead the
went.
tribe.
Okay, so we
I
had a
played
LAN.
the fuck out of tribes.
Yeah, we
when I was a
have
kid.
we had a LAN at our friend Carmine and Megan's house. This time we had the beta keys, and so I was like, oh, I'll do it. And then I gave one of my other ones to Jay because he plays it.
Yeah, I had played the I had been huge into Tribes and Tribes 2 when I was a kid, and then at this most recent PAX, like just at random, like there was an opening for the Tribes Ascend, and so I like sat down, played it for like an hour, and had the most goddamn fun time.
It is
I
a
had
fun
all of
game.
PAX.
It's like a first-person shooter with jetpacks. That's
Oh,
literally
nice. So
what
you're,
it is.
You're
So it's like
airborne when
Section
you're
8.
doing first-person shooting?
Like Section 8,
like
but
Section
better.
8, only way faster.
And
Okay.
better. And better. I played
That was a good
Section
game.
Section 8's fun, but it's way
So,
better.
Yeah, so here's like the key aspects of Tribes that made it like really distinctive. Like when the first Tribes came out, it was like barely after Quake came out.
Yeah.
But and it was huge. But basically, like the key things about it were it was one of the first class-based shooters. So like anything like Team Fortress, any of that, Tribes was way before any of that. So you could pick your class and have like different weapons and stuff based on that. The other key tenet of it was capture the flag, but it was done in these like huge space levels. The third tenet of it was that it was massive. The levels were huge. I mean, back in the
Huge.
days of like Quake, when things were kind of real close together, these levels were just
It could
gigantic.
take you a couple minutes to get from your base to the other base.
Right,
And
and
if you did it right, it would take you even longer because you went the back route all the way around through the back, jumped, grabbed the flag, and then went straight for your base.
And so this leads to the fourth tenet of Tribes, which is the most important, is the concept of skiing. The best thing about this is it was originally a bug in the game, and it turned out to become like a central aspect of it. So in Tribes is a huge game, and it's also basically has big rolling mountains. Like if you look at like a map of Skyrim or something like that, like it's like that.
Okay.
So it's a very big, very open, lots of rolling hills, that kind of a thing. But all the hills were very smooth, so there was this thing you can do where if you landed on a hill just right and you kept mashing the jump button, you would basically pick up speed. And so you could ski down a mountain, pick up massive speed. As you hit the bottom, especially if you could hit a lip, you could jump and then hit your jetpack and basically just be going a million miles an hour.
Yeah.
So there were people people like use this to their advantage. You basically this map, which normally would take like 2 or 3 minutes to cross, you could cross it in like 30 seconds by just hauling ass.
So now this is an official part of the game.
Now it's
So
an
this
official
became an
part.
official part of the game as of Tribes
And they
2.
did such a good job building it into the new Tribes.
Yeah, and so
Like,
there've
it's
been
ridiculous.
And there were
Can
a
I ask
couple
really
others like
quick,
they did,
what
yeah.
Tribes is this, number-wise?
This is well,
it would
okay,
be
so
4, I think, because
It's
there's
gonna be
Tribes,
like
Tribes
5.
2, and then there's Tribes
there was
Vengeance.
There was Tribes Vengeance. There was a Tribes 3. Both of those were horrible.
Yeah. So maybe it's the 5th one then.
Okay.
They were working on an MMO, but that fizzled.
It's
So,
pretty
yeah.
it's pretty amazing though because
But it's back to old school. It's
And the
basically
thing
it's as
is-
good as Tribes 2.
first off, shooting someone with a jetpack is fucking hard enough because you're flying, they're flying. You don't. Instead of just the person being on the ground and jumping, dodging, they're fucking in the air and then they're on the ground and then they're in the air.
Yeah.
And it's like it really comes down to how much energy you have left in your thing before you jetpack up if you're gonna be shot. The main gun though is called a disc gun.
Spin fuser.
Spin fuser. I'm sorry. A spin
Me and Melvin, you
fuser
on
is
that
like
one.
shooting one of the discs from Tron that
I'm
explode when it hits
instantly
the ground.
in. What about Tron?
Yeah, it's like shooting a disc from Tron that explodes when it hits on something.
So it's Disc Wars.
yeah.
It basically, it
That's
shoots
the
these
main
discs.
gun.
The discs will hit and they'll have kind of an area of an effect, but they're somewhat, they're not slow, but they're like slow enough that you can't just like shoot at somebody who just like hits them immediately.
And so, yeah, like in first-person shooters, shoot in front of the person. But in this thing, it gets more complicated because you're shooting in front of the person, but maybe at the height that they're going, or possibly at the ground. And maybe are they going to hit the ground soon? So maybe I should shoot there because they might be hitting the ground at that point. So, and it takes such a long time
Yeah.
for you to get from point A to point B because you're in the air flying. It's so complicated. It's
It's
amazing.
leading on the order of like half a second to a second because basically you're in the jetpacks, you're all jumping around. If you try to shoot at somebody in the air, it's every once in a while you'll hit somebody and it's just fucking
It's all
odds.
luck,
It's
yeah.
awesome. But most of the time, the way you like win these spin fuser battles is you'll be jumping, you'll be using your jetpack, or you'll be trying to get away with the flag or whatever. And what they're doing is you all eventually have to come down. And eventually have to land somewhere and you might roll. So it's all about timing to shoot that disc, watching where he's going to go and trying to time it for where he's going to maybe land and hope he doesn't adjust.
It's like taking
And-
a first-person shooter and making it truly three-dimensional.
Is that the only gun in the game?
No, there's tons
but
of other
it's
guns.
pretty much, yeah. And
That's like the
There's
main-
rocket launchers, there's grenade
But that's
launchers,
like
there's...
the
That's the
default
default
assault.
gun.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's pretty good because it's a powerful gun.
I think in a way to put it to it's the iconic gun. Because like
Yeah.
in the first Tribes, like there were all kinds of guns and everybody just ended up taking to the spin fuser because it was so much goddamn fun.
Yeah.
And it was flexible and versatile. Yeah. But there's like machine guns, but they do like hardly anything.
Sniper rifles,
It's impossible
all that
to
stuff.
aim.
There's
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, the snipers were the other things. Like in the first Tribes, like you would jump and you would see just the thing about the sniper rifles in that game is there's a huge map, and every time you shot, it shot a laser, so you would see like where somebody shot from.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be so funny to watch somebody like catch the flag, jump, they're like 300 feet in the air, and somebody time it just right, like pinpoint precision, snipe them out of the air.
See, the other thing about sniper rifles is since it uses a laser, it uses energy. Your jetpack uses energy too. So if you're flying in the air, you shoot your laser, it might not be as powerful because you're not at full capacity of your energy. So in Tribes 2, what I used to do is jetpack all the way up as high as I could, then start falling until my energy was at the top, zoom in while I'm falling, shoot the guy in the head, and right before I hit the ground, I would have a little bit enough power to boost myself back up and ski down a hill.
Yeah, and then there's more. There's emplacements, there's upgrades, there's vehicles.
There's weapons, there's vehicles.
Great
Yeah, you
vehicles.
can put turrets up. It's pretty advanced for
Yeah.
a first-person shooter. It's
Sounds
lots
pretty
of
cool.
fun.
And the newest one is free to play. Well, or will be free
Well,
to play.
is it going to be free to play?
It's
Nice.
free to play.
Nice.
Remember when we were talking about that? I was going to kind of segue.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because
it
we were
is
going to
free
talk
play.
about that's one of those things, but you can pay more, and basically it like triples your level progression, and
Yeah.
so you can unlock stuff faster. and
Yeah,
unlock
it's
characters and
more.
classes.
It's pretty cool how they do it because you have your basic character and you can switch between being a lightweight, which has lightweight armor, but of course lightweight armor isn't as good, or you could be a medium or a heavyweight armor. You could take more impacts, take more hits, but you're slow as shit,
And you can't really fly.
and you can't fly as
Yeah.
well.
And it was one of those first games to like the original Tribes was one of those first games to really actually require teamwork to beat the
Yeah,
level.
it literally.
Because if somebody had their generators up and all their turrets and somebody was maintaining all that, then it was very difficult to get to the flag. But if you had one guy going in, taking out the base while there's another flag carrier getting ready to do it, you had to. No one person could usually like beat the game by them. You had to have a good team.
Ryan and I, we were on a team with like a dozen other people, and me and him were sitting next to each other, like, all right, I'm gonna go in the flag. All right, are you gonna cover me? All right, cover me. Oh shit, our fucking generators
I think
out.
you
Go back and fix the
I
generators.
was on a team with
It-
you?
You meant Jay.
I meant Jay. I'm sorry, not Ryan. Sorry.
So yeah, so the newest
Yeah.
one is very.
No, I played this game.
The newest one is very similar to it's closer to Tribes 1, I'd say, than Tribes 2.
I
But-
think it's a lot like Tribes too.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah. So in the very base version, like you didn't get a lot. Like there were basically two classes. One had the spin fuser, a pistol, and a couple other things. The other class had the machine gun, but also had this like grenade launcher gun that was much faster and better area effect, but didn't do as much damage
Yeah.
as the spin fuser. And it wasn't as flexible. It took longer to reload. All that stuff.
So I take it this is computer only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there mods for it?
Well, it's in
Well,
beta.
yeah.
Can I play as DJ Pauly D
Probably.
from the Jersey Shore?
Yes,
Okay.
sure.
I'm sure
I
you
like
could-
how you keep trying to put in Jersey Shore. Stop it.
Tribes
How
We
dare
all
you.
hate that.
Tribes 2 had a ton of mods. Tribes 2 was
Yeah.
like it was like
I think
was
when
like
it comes
Quake,
out,
but,
I think
yeah.
when it comes out, it'll get mods. It's still in beta right now, so
No,
if
it
you can get a
sounds pretty
beta
cool,
key, and
honestly.
it's neat. But
Yeah.
it's definitely one of those games to definitely look out for. So I guess with that, we're gonna take a break, and we'll be right back.
Greetings. Master Control Program is forcing you to stay on the game grid.
On Live though is pretty rad because it like I love it now because you could get it on your tablet. Like I have it on my Kindle,
So you
and I have it on my phone.
You have it on your tablet. Can you just view games in progress, or can you
Yeah,
actually
when
play
we're done with
games
the
on it?
podcast, I will show you. Yeah, you
would
could
love to
watch
see it.
games in progress, and they're starting to
But can
make
you play
controls
games?
for yes.
Can you play games?
Yes,
Yeah.
they actually have controls for it, and if you have something that has Bluetooth, you could hook up a Bluetooth controller. OnLive is making a Bluetooth controller for their that matches their box top one. I'll show you
Nice.
the box top. I have the actual box.
I got
top.
one at PAX.
Okay, so yeah,
but
it's pretty rad.
I didn't actually hook it up.
I've
got the
see
box.
they have this thing where if you go onto Facebook and you hit like and you're one of the 1,000 people who hits like, you get the next day they'll give everybody, all of their members, a free game.
because they want you to sign up for $10 a month.
No, it's free.
Well, yeah,
What's
but
the
the only
difference
reason they're
between
giving
OnLive
it away
and
is because
Steam?
they want you to sign up for
The
$10
difference
a
between
month.
OnLive and Steam, they're pretty much the same thing except
It's the same
Steam you can only play on the
service,
computer,
kind of.
but OnLive has a TV top box with a controller. OnLive can be played on your computer whether you're a Mac or a PC. OnLive can be now played on your tablet devices. So it covers everything.
Yeah, like the biggest advantage to OnLive that I saw was basically it gets you out of the having to buy a grand computer every 3 years to have it look half decent. It all runs server side, and they just stream the video. That was like my original. I was like, oh shit, OnLive's gonna be great. Like I can just get that, buy my games on that, and I don't have to buy a PC all the fucking time.
The downfall about OnLive, which I realized when I bought my first game for free, I've never paid for a game on OnLive. I have Deus Ex, and I have
You do sex?
I Deus Ex. Yeah, what is it?
Deus
What's it called?
Ex.
Deus Ex. So I got that because they said, "Hey, free game," and I couldn't get Arkham City because it was too new. And so I was like, all right, well, I'll get this game because it's the most expensive one, and I've been playing that.
I didn't play Deus
But
Ex.
then when they said if you get online for your tablet, they give you Lego Batman for free.
That's
So
a
now I
fun
have
game.
It's
yeah.
actually a pretty fun game.
So now I have
Very
Lego.
fun game.
Now I have Lego Batman because it was on my tablet. But it's really cool. The one thing I did find out though is they only leave it on. They say that it will be available for 3 years, and then they might take it off the service after that.
Lego. The games you
The
buy
game you buy
might be.
gone.
See, that's kind of lame.
Yeah.
I really don't care about that because I can't remember the last time a game from like 3 years ago that I really fired up. I mean,
But if you
Luigi's
buy
Mansion.
it,
I
played
play
it
a
during
few.
Halloween.
if
yeah,
you bought
okay.
it, you should have it
So that would be the
forever.
difference. Like if I'm paying $10, $20 for a game, that's fine. If I'm paying $50, $60 for the game, then
Now apparently, what they do say, if you play their play pack, which is the $10 a month thing, which gives you, was it 90 games or something like that?
yeah,
for
but they all
free?
suck. It's all the shitty.
No, they have lots of good games on there. Borderlands, BioShock, all those.
Yeah,
games
but they're
are
all,
on there.
but I mean, but they're all also. I guess what I should also what I
Older
meant
games.
is they either suck or they're like a
They're
year
older
old.
games.
Do not
yeah.
talk
Yeah.
shit about Bioshock. I will jump over this table and punch you in your
They
I
face.
either
didn't like
suck or
BioShock
are a
too much.
year old. BioShock
Yeah.
would be over a year old.
Bioshock rules.
And
But-
it could also suck and be a year old.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like with that, you're paying $10
I said
a month,
either
and you
or.
get a ton of games for free. And those,
I will punch
they
you in
say
your
that
face.
those will be
Oh my
there
God.
for a while. That's at least what I understand. So I don't know. I don't know. It's pretty. I like the online service. I love the idea behind it that I could buy one game and play it on multiple systems and
Yeah.
not have to be like, oh, well, I could play Skyrim on the Xbox and then pay another $60 to play it on Steam.
And it
or
also
on the
depends
PC.
on your internet connection. You have to have a really fast internet connection, right?
No, I played.
No?
I've played it Wi-Fi at my office. I've played it.
It's gotten a lot better. Yeah, I mean, like it doesn't have to be like if you want it to look really good, then yeah, it's like 5 megabit per second throughput.
Yeah, it's.
you need.
I play it Wi-Fi on my tablet all the time. I watch people play live, and it looks great. So
I
Well,
will say
speak-
the same thing that the problem it sounds like with OnLive, the same problem I have with Steam. I like having.
the tangible game.
I miss
I like
that.
having.
I used to love having the tangible
I'm a
game too,
collector.
but the thing is, like,
I've seen your house. You are a collector too.
I am a collector, but when it comes to games, I always hate that because I'm like, fuck, I lost my disc, and now what the fuck am I gonna do?
Or it
How
gets
am I gonna get
scratched.
that? Or
I
my
don't-
disc got
Once you have a
scratched.
child,
Well, but still, yeah, I kind of
your
miss.
disc is scratched.
Like that's one thing I was thinking about when I moved in my new apartment, and like I basically like worked really hard not to be a hoarder and just got rid of all my shit. And but it's still like that's when you walk into somebody's house, you know, when you have like that, it's like just like a quick snapshot tapestry of what they like.
Yeah.
And when you buy shit digital and everything like this, like now that I buy all my books digital, I buy all my games digital, I do all that kind of stuff. I don't have that.
Yeah,
it's kind of this funny thing. Like you invite people over to your house, and it's just like, do you do anything? I'm like, well, it's all like in there.
yeah,
and
look
stuff.
at my
Print it
tablet.
out.
I've got achievements.
Well, that's what I was gonna do. I was thinking of
Print
like
it out.
Print it out.
Here's
I
all my achievements.
I actually
Yeah.
thought I was gonna go on. I was gonna find like DVDs and book and spine covers. I was gonna like find some kind of thing to make like collage out of
Yeah.
them, and then like make a poster out of it. Or
Oh, you
something.
These
could-
are the things
could
I own.
frame 'em,
But
like
that's
you
the
frame
thing.
your
Like I love.
pictures.
I'm torn because I do love having a digital
Yeah.
format of thing. Like this is my game. If I don't have an internet connection, if the internet explodes tomorrow, I don't lose every single game I have. But but then at the same time, I don't have this extra junk. I don't have, if my disc is ruined, I don't have to go buy another fucking game or find a pirated version or whatever just to play this game that I've already paid for. And the other thing I like is, you know, like if I uninstall it, I could reinstall it and it's there. And the other cool thing about Steam is they have Steam Cloud saving. So, well, on some
Which is
games,
awesome,
not fucking Spore for some fucking reason. They think saving to the fucking cloud for a game where you really need it, they don't have. But, you know, things like Oblivion and stuff, they have Steam cloud saving. So you could, or the cloud saving. So you could delete the game, come back, and it's all there. Or Dungeon Defenders. Dungeon Defenders, all of your stuff saved on the cloud. So you go to, you know, Ryan's computer, you play Dungeon Defenders, I log in as myself, there's my character. That is the positive thing. So, but that's, you know.
Of course, yeah. I don't know. I just still
We
like
could-
having a thing. Like I just collect. I got DVDs. I got VHS tapes. I got NES cartridges.
Oh, we know. We collect. Both you and I, we collect.
I'm
we're
now at
collectors.
203 T-shirts.
Yeah, I'm at 172.
Got you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do miss like I remember like one of my favorite memories was like with my best friend, like we'd go out and like hit up like the GameStop or whatever it was at the time, you know, get the game. But the thing was to go to the food court and then like crack open that case, smell that manual, that fresh manual, go through it, and just eat before you go home and play it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a really nice ritual, like I don't want to say delayed gratification, but kind of like in that vein of just like I remember just like how awesome that was.
Plus, my other
Yeah.
problem is I'm super fucking lazy. Like, I really don't want to have to drive to GameStop
yeah,
if I
that's
don't
my
have
main
to.
thing. Is like when
And GameStop's a ripoff.
Yeah, it is.
I don't
well,
really support
I just
GameStop.
feel like I kind of miss that, like going out and getting
why
it.
I
I'm
buy
at the
things
point
at
where
Best
I'm the
Buy.
same way. I'm so lazy
Best
that it's just
Buy.
like
Shout out to Ken.
I just wait till it's Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Christmas, New Year's, 4th of July, or any other holiday where Steam's like, hey, this game was $50, $5.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't buy games on Steam unless they're on. There's only one game I've ever bought on Steam when it wasn't on sale, because it was like $5. So like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah, I've never bought a game for its full price on Steam.
I bought
Yeah.
The Binding of Isaac just because I missed the sale.
Which kind of sucks because like I kind of missed that. Like I used to be all about games was like you wait for the pre-order. Someone was just like so excited for a game to come out. Now it's like game comes out. It's like okay, I'll pick it up in 3 or 4 months.
Well, the
It's on
thing
Steam
is
sale.
that you don't
After
need a
everybody's
game
done
as soon as
talking
it
about
comes
it,
out,
and then you
because
play it,
you've
you're
got
like,
so
oh my
much
god, this is
shit to
amazing. Everyone's
play.
like, we've moved on. It's
Yeah.
like fuck.
Yeah.
I've got such a back catalog of things to play that I don't need a game as
That's
soon as
the
it comes
that's
out.
my
that's my
biggest
point,
problem.
totally,
totally.
I have stacks of fucking games that I need to play.
I bought a couple games when they're on
play.
sale. I have
Doesn't growing up and
the
being
God of War
adult suck?
1 and 2
Yeah,
collection.
yeah.
I have the Ico Shadow of the Colossus collection. I have the Metal Gear Solid collection. That's 7 games in 3 discs that I still need to play. Why do I need to go out and buy? It's
Yeah, but
January.
there's-
There's no games coming
I
out.
wanna
I'm
play
speaking more
Arkham
specific
City.
to the social
I
aspect.
haven't played Arkham
Arkham
City
City
yet
yet.
either.
I
And-
want to play Arkham City, but I've never
That
played
game was
Arkham
so
Asylum.
ridiculously
Arkham
well
Asylum.
reviewed.
If you buy it at like Walmart, they give you Arkham Asylum for free.
I know. I have
If you
Arkham
buy it
Asylum.
on Steam, they give you Arkham Asylum.
I have
for free.
Arkham
You should
Asylum
play Arkham
sitting on
Asylum.
my
That's a
bookshelf.
good
I
game.
have to play it
You get to play as
before I
Batman.
can.
I
play
have, yeah,
City.
I haven't, I've gotten, I played,
Batman's
I
pretty
have,
cool. Not as
I
good as
know.
Superman.
do I have Arkham? No, I have Arkham Asylum. I haven't even fucking beat it. Like, I'm still.
I've
playing
barely
through it.
started. I can't get past that
is
intro
that?
with the Joker.
Yeah.
Like it's a 20-minute like Joker
Yeah,
monologue you can't
Awesome.
skip.
Why
And
would
I-
you want to skip it?
Yeah, why
Yeah.
would you?
It's cool as shit.
Well, I saw it
Fucking Mark
once.
Hamill.
I didn't
Okay.
actually get to the game.
Watch it again. It's awesome. I don't see your logic.
I've never played Arkham Asylum. I've watched the intro 12 times.
Sick. That's all you need.
I'm
That's
sad
the
that Mark
best
Hamill's
thing.
not going to do Joker anymore.
I never-
He's done.
Makes me
I
sad.
never
the man
watched Star
retire.
Wars. I can't ever get past the opening crawl.
He's done with video games because video games dissed him.
No, in general, he's done with
Because
Joker. He
of
won't even
stupid
do
fucking
animated
video
Joker
game
anymore.
awards. Hey, fuck the video game awards.
He did like a
Fuck you,
Batman
Spike.
movie way back in the day, and he said that he wasn't going to do the Joker anymore. And
You're
he's
talking
full of
about
shit, Dan.
Batman. What was it?
Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker. Jinx.
Best fucking Batman animated.
but
thing
he was
ever.
saying
so
that at the
fucking
time
dark
he
and
wasn't gonna-
twisted.
He said he
Batman
wasn't
Beyond
going
was
to
the
do
best,
the Joker's
and
voice
Wilfred
again.
L. was
Yeah.
a
And
very
then he
good Terry
did.
McGinnis.
Yeah.
So
great.
I think
Boy
if
Meets
you
World.
if you take the briefcase full of money and push it in front of anybody, they'll do it.
No, I'm pretty sure he's done.
No, it's a briefcase of money. He'll do it.
It's a briefcase of money. It's there. I've seen it. Well, why don't we say our goodbyes and stuff then? Because I'm just gonna
We did
take a
talk
nap.
lot.
I know we could talk for hours
This is
about
a
how
sad
awesome
walking
the
away
world is.
song.
I can't take a nap because I have a podcast to be on at 2
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning.
So we'll go through our goodbye. Jay, do you have anything exciting to say to our studio audience that's listening through the internet, our internet audience? That's what it should be called.
The studio that is the internet.
Yeah.
No.
Well, there you go.
No.
Great,
yeah.
thanks.
Well, if you're in the Portland area, check out PDX Packs. We now have a website, pdxpacks.com.
PDXpacks.com.
Can you put my picture on there with like a nice gold picture
Filigree.
frame? Then it just says founder underneath.
You in a smoking jacket?
Actually, if
Yeah.
you go
Our
register on
founder.
pdxpacks.com, I will make an achievement especially for you.
Oh, tight.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
And Ryan, you have a ton of stuff to bring.
I got
up,
some
right?
shit to plug. So, February 12th, once again, from 7 to 9 at Ground Control here in Portland. The video game quiz show, Video Armageddon, special episode. Come out, it'll be a lot of fun. You can win prizes, you can drink, you can come and make fun of me. I suggest it.
Is there a cover charge?
No.
Nice.
It's free. It's absolutely free.
Nice.
It's a generic video game quiz show knowledge. How it works is it's a round of 20 pub questions, and then after that we take the top 6 teams and we play 2 rounds of Jeopardy with buzzers. We have
Nice.
buzzers.
Nice.
I write all the questions
I
myself.
really
and
wanted to
it's a
go
lot of
last time, but I can't remember why I couldn't go.
fun.
There's
Because
something
Bree was
come-
sick.
Oh, yeah, you got sick.
So it's all Bree's fault.
Yeah.
But you're
It's
coming
always
this time
my
because you
fault.
promised me you'd come no matter
Yeah.
what she did.
Yeah, I'll kill
So
her
it's
in
the
the mail.
12th, right?
The 12th. It's 2 days before Valentine's Day.
Yeah. It's the day
Okay.
after people are coming over to the house
Yeah,
and
so-
kicking ass.
Yeah. I also wanted to plug that it'll be up by the time that this is up, so you can go back and watch the archive. I'll be on Geek in the City's 12-hour Marathon of Pain tonight from 2 a.m. to 4 p.m. While we'll be watching Total Recall and making fun of it. So you can go back and watch me having done that.
Get your ass to bars.
Yes.
Yes.
And I don't know when I'm going to be on it, but I'm going to be on it soon. But the newest episode of the Chronicles of the Nerds Nerd Fight is out. Nerdfight.us. It's a bunch of cool Portland people in a room yelling at each other why they're wrong about things. And I get to be on one in the near future.
So pretty much just any nerd conversation.
But it's special because the basis is that whoever wins the argument, that's the end of it. At least based on our circle of friends. That's the answer. No more debating.
I like how nerds have gone from being persecuted, like you beat up the nerd, and now nerds are so exclusive they get to fight each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Indeed.
They'll stuff each other.
It's
in
like
lockers.
It's like Nerd Fight Club.
Yeah, it's called Nerd
Yeah.
Fight. There was already an episode. You can download it at nerdfight.us, the newest one, Nerd Fight 2 Rage Quit. And then either 3 or 4, hopefully, I get to be on. That's hosted by my friends at the Chronicles of the Nerds. It's another fun. They talk about comic books. And it's moderated by Bobby Fatboy Roberts from CortonFatboy.com.
Nice.
And you can also check me on a podcast I just did all about the Jersey Shore.
No.
Called
God.
Shorecast
No,
number 7. YouTube.com/XGHunterX. My good friend Garrett Hunter from Mega64 did a podcast, and I talked about the Jersey Shore. Go check that out.
You just trying to push Jersey Shore the entire time.
I'm
It's
not going to
ridiculous.
watch it. I don't care what you say.
It's really fun.
You're a grown ass man.
A man calls in from Australia. And
You a grown ass man, and you be watching Jersey Shore. What's wrong with you?
A man from Australia called in and asked if I've ever tried dick.
Did you know
I
that
said
there's
no.
pornography on the internet
I
for
said
free?
no.
You don't have to watch the Jersey Shore. You can watch pornography on the internet for free.
Yeah.
What does pornography have to do with the Jersey Shore?
It's better than watching the Jersey
That's a
Shore.
better payoff.
It has
Yeah.
a payoff.
Yeah.
Listen,
The Jersey Shore will never
you
have a
don't know
payoff.
all you want. Jersey Shore is awesome.
Uh,
You got DJ Pauly D, you got Vinny, you got The Situation, you got Ronnie, you got Sammy Sweetheart, you got JWoww, you got Dina, and you got Snooki. What else you need?
Moving along.
If you're going to make me watch this show and I like this show, I'm going to kick your ass.
yeah.
Seasons 1 and 2 now streaming on Netflix.
That's
Wow.
terrible. That's terrible. They're on Netflix.
You
Bree.
know what I like?
No.
I like Jersey Shore meets paranormal. So that's like basically Ghost Adventures.
Oh yeah, Ghost
So everybody
Adventures.
watch Ghost Adventures.
Ghost Adventures
if you
is
like
fucking
Jersey
awesome.
Shore and
it's
paranormal
like Jersey
things.
Shore meets
Is that
like
on
the guy,
Netflix?
like the guy's
Yes.
walking around with like tattoos and a fucking like
He's
douche
totally a
haircut
bro.
with like he's like a bro and he's walking
hunting
around.
ghosts.
He's hunting and you expect him any minute to be like, "What's up, Ghost? What the fuck you want, Ghost? Come on, I'll fucking punch you in the face, Ghost. Get over
totally
here."
trying to start a fight
Yeah.
with ghosts.
Like
Wait,
with ghosts,
I'm putting that on my
paranormal
Netflix-
things like that
Netflix
could kill
feed
him.
right now.
Does
What's
he
it
actually
called?
see anything and he goes,
Ghost
"Oh,
Adventures.
Yeah,
and
he
it's-
screams sometimes too. Like he's like, "Oh fucking shit, there's a ghost!" and
Yeah,
runs off.
bro,
Putting that
bro,
on my
Bro,
Netflix.
bro, come over here, bro. There's a ghost. Shit, I'm gonna punch that ghost in the
Something
face.
scratched me. Something touched me, bro. That's not funny, bro.
Ghost
Yeah.
Adventures is pretty fucking amazing.
Yes.
It is. It's on Netflix, so make sure you check that out.
If you love bros and you love ghosts and being
Even if you
spooked,
don't love bros, but like making fun of bros.
yeah,
You know what?
It's really
I'm going to be
good.
honest. I started watching Jersey Shore to make fun of it, and then it grew on me. That's why I
why do you
got
to go back to Jersey Shore? We're talking about
Yeah, we
bros and
moved on.
ghosts.
Okay.
We've moved on.
I'm still adding Ghost Avengers to my Insecure.
Anyways, so Bree, is Ghost Hunters?
Ghost Adventures. There's Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures, Paranormal State.
Bree, do you think ghosts are real?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
So,
I believe in spirits. Yes.
do you have anything to say, Bree? Any websites you have to plug? Any music? Any albums coming out?
No.
Nope. She's just working. Well,
I'm working.
I have. I'm gonna take my goddamn glasses. Oh, they're on the ground.
Now they're broken.
So now we're back from our long hiatus of Skyrim, Tor, and all the other shit. We're hoping to do more podcasts more often, but I always forget to say this at the end of our podcast. We have a phone number. You could easily call us 971-217-7565. I believe it's like 2177 LOL on your phone.
Can you give that to us one more time?
The number is 971-217-7565. You can leave us voicemail messages. We'll play them over the air, and we'll respond if you have questions or if you just want to be silly and funny. Go ahead and do that. I honestly don't give a shit what you do. We'll put it on the air. It'll be fun. You can always find us at nerdsyndicate@gmail.com. Nerdsyndicate@gmail.com. We have our website, nerdsyndicate.com, which has, of course, all this information. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/nerdsyndicate.com and on Twitter, which I'm sure we'll start twitting more often. Is that what's it's
It's
twitting?
nerd_syndicate on
Twitting,
Tweeting.
getting our
Tweet.
twits
Or
on.
as
Twiddling
as
each other?
Some Republican senators twatting.
I'm gonna twat.
Some
I might twat. I might twiddle. I don't know what
I don't know
might do.
tweets from a twat.
But it's at twitter.com/nerd_syndicate because Nerd Syndicate was taken by some little Asian girl.
Fuck that bitch.
That's pretty much it. I'm glad to be back doing the podcast again. It's a brand new fucking year of lots of fun and countdowns till PAX again. So
Facts.
I'd like to say thanks for listening, and this was the Nerd Syndicate.
Yay.
Bye, internets.
Hey, can we talk about the
No.
Jersey
No,
Shore?
no, no.
No.
This episode
I'll
of
never
the
forgive your ass for bringing that up.
Wow. Called her
No.
boyfriend.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
cut
okay.
his
Roger.
mic. I'm gonna cut your mic. I'll cut your mic. 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 Your mic. I'll cut your